wasting any time, let me introduce myself. My name is Ravant. Welcome to my channel Be Anonymous. Hello guys, in this video I am going to show you the most amazing cool tricks of Python programming language. Use this, you will do your work most faster and much faster than usual, and also with efficient. So without wasting any time, let me introduce myself. My name is Ravant. Welcome to my channel Be Anonymous. Let's get into our PyCharm terminal. Today I am not only using the PyCharm terminal, along with it I am also using an idle. So idle is nothing but an IDE which is generally you will get it from then Python when you install the Python. So it is pre-installed one, so no need of getting it again. So I am using these two. In this terminal I am going to show you the native method, and this one I will going to show you the shortcut method of swapping in Python programming language. So let me show you the native method. So here I will write a native method of swapping. Here you go. In the native method I will give an x and y value to be 10 and 20. So let me give x and y value to be 20. Then now get into the process. First we have to do is I have to take the temp value to be x, then x equal to y, then I should give temp. You know the process how I am doing. Now at last I will print x comma y. Before that let me show what it is before. So here also when I do this, so when I run this program you will see 10, 20 and 20, 10. It is a native method of swapping. You do not need to do such a more work in a shortcut method. Here I will write a shortcut method for swapping. So let me show you. Here I will give an x value to be 39, anything, and y value to be 45. No, before that I will print an x comma y value. Then after I will use a simple method x comma y is equals to y comma yes, it is a very simple one. When I print x comma y after doing this, so you let me run it. So you will see when I run this code you will find it 39, 45, 45 and 39. It is very simpler and very useful trick. This is a before one that I have swapped before. So you can see the difference between the codes. You can see the difference. See x comma y comma. It is very simple code. When you using a large amount of codes, when you are writing a large amount of algorithm, using this trick may useful, and it also does not take a most variable. Here you can see a 3 variables. You are taking a 3 variables. It means the space complexity is going more. So using the x comma y and y comma it is much simpler. So it is useful to you. The second trick I am going to show you is the checking of a palindrome and reversing the string. Generally to check the palindrome you will write in function. So let me show you the native method of writing or checking palindrome. So native method of checking palindrome. Here I will create a function is palindrome, and in this I will give a string. So here I will write a loop for I in range 0 to integer and length of the string. That's it. When I do this, and if I have to come from back side and check from front side, if both of them are equal, it will return me whether it is in palindrome or not. So string, so here length of string minus I minus 1. That's it. If it is true, it is not true, return false. Return true. Here you go. Let me give me the simple string. I will give here string to be madam. Then my answer is palindrome or not true. Then if the answer, oh, here in this I have to give a parameter hash string here, yeah. Here you go. If answer, then print yes or else no. Let me check it. When I run this code, you will find it yes, yes, it's a palindrome. It is a very simpler trick you generally use whether to check it is a palindrome or not, but it is a native method. It took lot of time for me to code, so there is a technique of using it. There is another technique, so you can find the reverse of the string very easily and you will check whether it is a palindrome or not. So here I will write a shortcut method of checking the palindrome. So shortcut method of checking the palindrome. Here you go. Here I will give the name equal to madam. Here you go. Is palindrome, then name dot find whether it is a palindrome or not. So initially name reversing the string, it will take -1. Here you go, how you can reverse a string using very simple. So let me go over here, and this one is equal to 0, then simple print here you go. When I run this, true, yes, it gives me the true. This is very simpler and very amazing trick of finding whether it is a palindrome or not. See how much code I have written here. I have also used a loop. You can see for in range I have used a loop. Then after I am checking from the forward to the backward. It is very simpler to use in this way. See, you can see name.find. That's it. Now I am going to show you how you can create a single line function. Let me first show you the native method of creating any functions. I will create an even number squares. So first here I will write a native method of creating any function. So any function, that is here I will write a command even squares and here array. Here I will write a function for I in range till 10 and here condition that if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, then even dot square dot append I power 2. That's it. When I print even square, you will get an answer of 0 to 64. These are the numbers squares between the range. This is a function of more than one line. Let me show you how you can create the same function using a single line. So here I will write shortcut method of finding squares using single line function. Here I will write even square. In this I will write a command I power 2 where I in range until 10, and here I have to give the condition that I modulo 2 should be equal to 0. That's it. Now when I print even squares, you will find the same answer as before. Let me show you when I run this. Here you go. See, you are finding the same answer, 0, 4, 16, 34 and 64, the same answers. When you compare the code between them, you will notice that it is a single line code. It contains the multiple lines. The next trick is giving the multiple inputs. Let me show you. Whenever you want to give any input, you will write x equal to input, then y equal to input. Then you will do when you run this. Now when you give the command 2, then 4, then you will get an answer of 2, 4. When you want 2 comments, it means 2 comments at a time and in a single row. How you will do it? For that, here I will show you. First here x, y, and I will take an input here dot and split into 2 parts. Now you can see. Now let me show and x, y. You see, when I run this, see here I will write 12, 13, giving some space, 12, 14. Here you can see 12, 15. Not only this, you can give a multiple inputs too. Let me show. I have giving R, E, T, so many such inputs. Let me show you. Y, here I have given 5. Let me run this. See, now here I will give 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I have given the 5 inputs. When I run this, see 1, 5, there is an error. It is telling the input dot space. Here I have printed only x, y. I have to print other numbers too. So e, t, y. So let me run this again. Now you can see 1, 3, 5, 6, 2. When I run it, you can see same is printed over here. Here you can see 5, 5 because I have used the command has x, y, e, t, y. Again I have given 2 y's over here. It will take the first input as the y. You know what are the situations. So when you don't know the exact numbers, how many numbers you are going to print, then for that we will use a command or list in such a way that I want to print an infinite number of numbers. I don't know, it may take 5 or 6. For that, in 5, for I in input dot split, then print x. When I run this command, let me show you. Here I given 2, 3, 4. When I run this, you will find this answer. Let me take 6 numbers. 2, 4, 5, 9. Here you go. Here too, you can give a multiple amount of inputs. You will find the answer in a same manner. If you know the exact number of variables, you can give 2 or 3 values as in this situation. Now I will show you when you don't know the exact number of inputs, but you need the sum of all the inputs or product or anything. Let me write the function has sum. In this one, leave as a variable. Now result initially given as 0, and for I in A, result equal to result plus I. Now return result. Initially I don't know the exact how many A, so I will give the star A. When I do this, let me show you the result. The sum of 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now print the result. When I run this code, you will find 23, the sum of. If I manage to do the sum of two numbers, you will find it has the value as 5. This is the technique when you don't know the exact number of values that you want to give in your code. These are some of the useful techniques. When you use these techniques, you can grow your programming skills more, and you can do your work much faster than before. So thank you. Peace.